Oh my God, this is so hard for me.
It is truly a gut-wrenching pain like no other.
I'm about to bury my daughter and my 3 grandbabies.
What started as an exciting weekend for the Branch family ended in tragedy. Moving into a big new home, Rhonda Branch looked forward to planning rooms for all of her grandbabies. Her daughter Portia was helping with the move. Sunday night, they were doing one more run. Rhonda drove a U-Haul truck, 2 of her daughter's kids inside. Her daughter drove the other car with 3 of her youngest kids inside.
And I said, okay, we right behind you.
Portia was ahead by just a few minutes. Her mom eventually caught up.
We was coming up on Gosselin Street. I was like, oh, something happened, something. I said, oh, something on fire. And I never knew that it was my baby.
Inside the car, Portia and 7-month-old Drake died in the flames after a suspected drunk driver slammed into her.
And I seen my grandson's shoe. I had just put them on him before he left.
At the hospital, 2-year-old Messiah and 5-year-old King also died. Meanwhile, Daniel Canada, the man who police say was drunk and caused the crash, walked away with scratches and bruises. Moments before the crash, he was pulled over for speeding. The Harris County deputy confiscated marijuana, then let him go. The sheriff's department says the deputy did not sense he was drunk.
He took my baby's life and my grandbaby's life away from us. All because he wanted to drive drunk. And I felt like the first time he got pulled over, they should have just took him in.
And maybe then she would still have her daughter and her grandbabies.
And I just love y'all, and I'm gonna miss y'all so much. Oh, Lord, it hurt me.
I'm Sfania Coley, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
As you can see, it states the black box showed accused impaired driver was going 115 miles per hour before the deadly crash. So he was not on a highway. Keep that in mind. He was driving on a street, a very busy street with multiple lights at almost every intersection, and he was going 115 miles per hour. As soon as he made impact to Portia's car, her car exploded. They did not even want to pull her body out of the car because her mom was at the site. And I can just only imagine she was about to lose it. I just understand why people are just so selfish and they get in these cars and they just drive freely after they know they've been drinking. Like they just have no respect for anybody's life. Something has to be done because as you guys are seeing, I am posting this and they are every other week. No lie. It's always the innocent is always taken, and the drunk driver is always going to get up and walk away with a few scratches. He was just let out of jail for drug possession, and he has a long rap sheet. So as you, I don't know if I'm sure I've spoken about this because I did bring this up a few times on one of my lives. He was pulled over by a police officer before the wreck. They took his bag of weed out of his car and they let him continue on. The officer stated that he did not seem to be impaired, so they let him go. 20 minutes later, he done took out a whole family. How is this mother supposed to live when her daughter and grandkids are gone? How do you get up and continue to keep living when you have taken the lives of her grandbabies and her daughter? That is so unfair. It is so selfish. This shit burns me up when I see people speeding for no damn reason. When I see people driving with no seat belts, especially on kids, that burns me up. This is happening way, way too often. And the mayor needs to sit his ass down and figure out a way to make it safe for others who have to get up, go to work, sometimes in the middle of the morning, or they're coming home from work. This young lady was just driving around 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And she still couldn't make it to where she needed to be with her kids. So that should tell you something. Something needs to be done. This is just not acceptable. It's too many people losing their lives over selfish people who choose to get behind a wheel after drinking and driving or drugs or whatever. It's not fair. It is not fair.